The reason um, that I'm also starting to stream up is because I'm kind of bored for one, and another thing is I'm actually kind of excited that I might actually get my girlfriend here. It's just right now we're still trying. I'm having to talk to her, seeing what route would probably be the best bet for her to use. If it would be in between of the route that I'm thinking of or a different route. I understand that we're going to try to go the cheapest and all that, but I don't want her going through all this pain just to go from her area to another area, which will take almost over 14 hours to get to one area. I'm not wanting to do that type of like route for her. So I'm gonna try to go for a different route and go for a two-way. I'm at a two-flight route, and if we can get that done, then that means that she'll be here unless, and if I'm not mistaken, it just depends on how the timing works. Because I already have it set up for 6:45 in the morning, I think. No, I have it set up for a 12:35 flight to 14:05, which is a 2:05 normal time, and then from 3:50 to 6 o'clock, and then the next day it's going to be 1 o'clock to 4, because that's 6 o'clock p.m. And then from 1 o'clock I think p.m. the next day. I gotta find this same exact. I actually found that same exact flight options there because I need to 8:36. So I found this one. This is the best option that I need to go for. So keep that up, and then oh yeah, the other one's from the Scandinavian website. I have to go for the 12:35, the 14:05 trip. So I already found my flights already. The only way that we also have to figure out if this flight also exists, because sometimes freaking these other places don't really exist. Because I know that there is a that that there's an with the this flight thing. I see that it does say that there's a 3:50 p.m. Oslo trip to Frankfurt at 6 p.m. Then the 1 to 4, and then after that, then it goes to Chicago and to Cincinnati. I'm just trying to figure out if this is actually real or not, because every single time I look up on the main flight's website, it always doesn't pull up that the flight that I'm looking at. If I could figure out if the flight actually exists, because this has happened before, the flight ends up just not even existing because Google and all these other websites have like these unless if it's like through Delta or something like that, that's the only way that it would. Um, but I can't do a 6 a.m. one unless if she actually agrees to the her actually doing the 14-hour trip to Oslo, which I don't think she's going to do. So I would think it would probably be a 3:50 p.m. trip, and I don't see the United booking would probably be the best bet here because it's over $1,000 USD to get that route. Um, so I don't think that's going to work out that way. One way. It says this fare has restrictions. Please review the information below before continuing. Okay, so this one is a basic economy, which has no free baggage checks. Okay. So 1550. So apparently United does actually have this flight. I mean I don't really at this point care. It's a one way to one traveler thing, so this is going to be an interesting thing. Because if it's actually going to be like this, then if it's actually on United's website, because it's on United, it's just the other websites are saying that it's like less than what it's actually being. But it does say that it's also going from 1550 to, which is 350 to 836, which is, if I'm not mistaken, it's going to go from the 28th of October to the 29th of October. That's what I'm trying to figure out is what route would in between it being the best and what would be the easiest route. Because I don't know if any of these other like booking options would actually be an idea thing to do. And this is probably the latest that we can do because if you look at the 12th, like I'm trying to get her here as quick as she can because of everything that's going on. So the soonest one that I see is a 12:35 flight because I don't think she's gonna get up at like 6 a.m. to go from Bodo um, to Oslo, and then from Oslo to Frankfurt, Germany, in the same day, and then afterwards stay there and then having to sleep there at whatever time. I can't force that in her, and I can't force her to do that. It would be great if she decides to, but I don't think it's going to do that. And also, I don't like the fact that it's been 5 hours since she's last been online on Facebook. I don't like that. Um, so she was last online 3 a.m. for her, which is kind of seems about right, but I can't really tell if she actually looked at my text or not because I did kind of send her messages about like like what's the ideas, and if she's actually really 100% willing, which I think she is, she's already told me that whenever I told her that the moment that I told her that we were going to get this to happen, she was already beyond excited enough to even do it. So what I gotta say is that if she's willing enough to do it, I will be happy enough to do it with her. It's just she needs to tell me if she's willing or not. Which is if it just depends on which route that she decides to go with, then I can try to talk to my parents as well about it because that's pretty much the people who are also helping me out with this. Um, this is pretty much a big move for the both of us, and I know that like it would be great that it will happen, but I don't really know. Like I don't know what would be the best of bets because since of the fact that like I'm seeing like these different websites are saying different things about like that they don't do um, the baggage fees. I need to know what 8 kilograms, about 17 pounds. That's a little bit of a lot of weight to really technically work with. But she, I don't know because I'm looking if it's operating through what I'm thinking, then it is a thing, but I think it's on a cheaper website that I'm looking at because it's actually through. Let me see on the other Google options. Because I have to have a see because what I see what I'm trying to figure out is like if God, I really need to know what would be the best route to do, and I need her to let me know because I'm needing to know what route that she wants to go and what route that she wants me to go to get her here. I know I'm a broken record, but and like every single airline that I've already called already so far has said that they can do it. It's just that they also have to figure it like every single one of them doesn't do Bodo. They have to go to Oslo to do it, which is kind of shit. But what can you do? If that's the case, then that means that she would have to have a connecting flight from Bodo to Oslo, and then we have to buy a different ticket, which is that's where we're going to have it all in one day, all on the same day, which is going to be a connecting flight as well. But that's gonna be the only problem is since that she's gonna be pretty much stuck inside of frickin' and fucking Frankfurt from 6 p.m. until 1 o'clock the next day in the afternoon. She's gonna be stuck inside of a fucking um, she's gonna be stuck inside of Germany. I think that's yeah, it's Frankfurt, Germany. She's gonna be stuck in Germany for a little over 13 hours. I think that is. And then from Frankfurt to pretty much Chicago, and then taking off from Chicago, she's going to apparently land in Chicago about right around 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and then she's going to be in Chicago from 4 until 6, which is a 2 hour thing, and then she's going to be in Cincinnati another 2 hours at 8. But that's why I'm trying to also see if there's also another date that if she's wanting to do it on the 28th, or if she's wanting to do it a different day, or completely just not even do it at all. And then me and my parents have just looked at it for no reason. Which is that part right there is going to kind of make me sad, but also kind of make me upset because we pretty much wasted a lot of time looking at this and also looking at prices to do this. I mean, I know that a lot of like a lot of people are going to say that 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 the government already has America on shutdown, but I've also looked at it that some places are indeed doing it still. Um, so I could see it happening, and I also got to see if she's actually willing enough to do it too. Because we called Delta, American Airlines, they couldn't find Bodo as their connecting flight, so we had to go with Oslo. They seen it. They said that they can do it from Oslo to here, so they could do it. It's just I've already read that masks are required on the plane at all times, so I think that it can indeed happen, and if I'm lucky enough, it will happen. See, that's the only thing is like right now I'm just having a big thought in my mind. Is like she says that she has a way to the airport to Bodo. That's no big deal. But then afterwards, like if she gets to the airport, takes off and goes to Oslo, and then after Oslo into Frankfurt, then she's stuck in Germany. And we can't afford a damn apartment or a hotel for her to stay in because we're lucky enough to even get this. So we're gonna have to figure. It's in between of something it's going to have to happen, or which is if she calls me, I'm going to have to explain this to her step by step. Um, I'm also not trying to be mean to her, but I'm also thinking that it'd be the best. I mean, I'm sorry, but it has to be a one-way trip because we cannot afford it to even take her back either. But I do want her here for at least a little bit of time, so where I can see how she is. And we were going to do it, I think, back in March, but we didn't have the money. Well, we did, but I just didn't really think about it at the time. The more I think about it, it's like if I've been with her for a year, why did I not bring her here instead of buying a Columbus Blue Jackets jersey? And now I'm already a year. We've been together for a year, and I realize that my options and my stupid decisions already overrun my ass. But I can't go back to March and tell myself that I could have actually had her here anyways, and that I wouldn't that this would be harder than it would be to even get her here. All right, she's online. I really don't want to be this way, but I need to know what would be the best of options because I don't really know what would be the options that we could do. Um, but it needs to be figured out. See, the thing is that like I'm just confused and just I'm lost, extremely lost. Like I'm just like wanting to know what would be the biggest answer in this situation. And I haven't even got one perkaholic yet. I've seen it like 4 times roll by and I missed it. And again, I'd seen it again. I think twice in that one. I mean, it's to the point where I'm getting nervous that I don't know if I just need to know something. That's all I need to know. And whoever's watching, I'm sorry that I'm saying this shit, but I'm also probably getting watched by a bot, which I really don't know who's watching. But I need to know what she needs to know, like what I need to know and all this. I need to know something. More shopping freeze, I'll take it though. I know she's asleep. I know that she just probably in between a woke up and she want me to shut the hell up. But here's the thing. I need to know an answer. Because I'm as serious as the next person in line about this. I don't simply just ask these type of questions and be like, you know, I'm not going to waste the money for one, and I'm not gonna also just sit here and waste like precious in between of it. Well, I mean, also, like I said, it's 8 a.m. for her. I'm just kind of, making myself look like a dick to whoever watches this afterwards. But if she does, I have ideas. I really do. I have all the stuff written down. Every single bit of it written down that I need. Another shopping free, I'll take it. I mean, I'm sorry, but I need to know something before it gets later on. But I mean, I'm doing a zombie side round thing, so I just need to get my mind off of it so I can, which is gonna be hard because this is gonna be a big thing for me because well, me and her both. But I'm trying to get at least one more perkaholic so I can start up Origins high rounds because Origins kind of needs that perkaholic like it ain't not. Well, you don't. Howdy. Um, but yeah, it's just God, scared to piss. I need to really turn that shit down. That stuff scares the shit out of me. It says that you followed, but on what? Did you follow on Twitch or YouTube? What? Excuse me? I know YouTube you don't follow. It's just subscribing, but yeah, I'm just a little confused. Come on and just give me what I need. I've been here sitting here for 21 minutes just waiting for this, and I haven't even got one little thing. I want to call her, but I also don't want to since it's like already a little bit almost to not. It's already 9 p. It's a. That's what I kind of figured. But because uh whatever Streamlabs is broken and doesn't show where you followed from. But thanks for the follow though. But all right, I'm done. I'm gonna probably work with just one.
It began long ago, on the battlefields of the Great War. Two German scientists sought to harness dark and
It's
mysterious
just
forces.
and on top of that, I'm needing to reset all my subscribe or my
Spell that
followers.
ensured
On
Germany's
my other
triumphant victory.
Twitch account, I almost had
They could
affiliate,
never
but
have imagined
I had
it
my
was just what else
two-step
their
already set for my
research would
previous
unearth.
phone number, and I tried to sign into it, and it won't let me. So yeah, I kind of lost all my progress on every single follower I had, which kind of sucks.
What in Lenin's name is going on?
I don't think that's gonna be a good
Saw a
idea to
huge
grab.
steel beast, tall as the spires of Moscow Cathedral. Just what have the Germans been doing in this place?
I think Noah J, if I'm not mistaken, he did a live stream or like an origin stream and thought that on solo that you get. Oh, they did change it because I think that it was a. Wait a minute. It wasn't a zombie blood in co-op. I remember, I think in Black Ops 2 that whenever you did solo, I thought it gave you a zombie blood because it makes this Easter egg easier. Unless they changed it and put a double points.
Beset by attacks from legions of unnatural
Well,
creatures.
I'm gonna apologize to Noah, but like
Filthy
the last time I ever remembered that this was not double points. It was always zombie blood, but I mean, hey, what do I know? I don't really play co-op on zombies because nobody really plays it. Because there's like really nobody that plays Black Ops 3 on PC, and it's just ridiculous to find anything at all. Keyboard and mouse sucks sometimes. I'm still getting used to it.
I must find a way to survive this nightmare. Perhaps these machines may help me fend off the wretched hordes.
God, okay, hello, Mr. Double Points. I didn't even see. But what am I doing on here? I'm just doing high rounds because I don't mind to do the Easter egg. It's just whenever I'm about halfway through, it probably kills me. Happens every single time.
Perhaps these unknown forces seek to help us.
Getting in between a shopping free or a immolation would be interesting here. Figured.
No sin goes unpunished, rat. I do not understand this need for pain.
I thought I was right on that shot.
I am simple man.
You know, I knew that was going to be my first box hit too, and now it's my mule kick weapon. I told myself every single time that I'm going to do, I'm going to take this with the Mark II because I can't. If I'm going to do the Mark II, it has to be one of my non-mule kick weapons.
Those rats will not be able to withstand such firepower. Something will come from the undead masses. Better off with basic farming tools.
I'm just sitting here laughing inside of my head that I'm pretty much getting shit since the game's just pretty much laughing at me that I decided to take a Mark II instead of wanting to go buy a Shiva to actually figure out how to make it better.
Those are not well suited to trench warfare. Any army wielding such weapons will prove invincible.
The next,
Swords will keep them out for a short time.
the next hit off the Gobble Gum, I guarantee I'm getting
You have to help me.
shopping free.
I just want to go home.
I heard her. A girl. She begs for help. Oh, a gun? From beneath the earth?
It's 3 in the morning. I don't even know why I even asked anybody to even play. I hate, like, I get I'm not really having my nights and days mixed up. I just pretty much have, like, I go to bed at like 11 or 12
All good can come.
or something like that.
Hey,
Maybe even 8, 9, 10, and wake up about 1 or 3 and then have trouble sleeping for the rest of the, like, and then end up freaking staying up until about a little after 7 to 8 and then having problems sleeping in general. Am I pretty much willing to still try to go get the,
you have awoken the sleeping bear. You should have stayed in your grave. This part may prove useful to us.
well, okay.
I never look gift horse in mouth. We have the means to ensure our victory. This is useless without gramophone to play it on.
I am still gonna try to look for that ice staff piece. I don't know if that's a good idea to open up that door or not, but we'll find out later on in the run. It's not even really a run at all. What am I talking about? They always say if you want to get famous on Twitch or anything like that, play the most recent games. I can't. Fortnite, fucking Apex, Valorant, stuff like that. Maybe even like Among Us. I can't do it. I have to have friends to do it with. That's the only way I'll play them. Maybe, well, Fortnite probably not at all because I hate that game in general. I even told a lot of people that like, if I even get one dub on that fucking game, I'm done with it. That's exactly what happened with Warzone. Even though that I'm playing it with friends, that doesn't mean that I'm not having a good time. It's just I hate it. Anything to do with Battle Royale just kind of really just screws with me in general. Is this area? Okay, yeah, it has one more dig spot then, I think. Just gives me the staff part anyways. Might as well get stepped on. Might as well. Even though I'm never going to use it.
Survived the fall. An armored vehicle may prove useful.
Oops, didn't mean to actually get that on round 5. Which is, I'm still not really technically ready enough for that, yet. I'm gonna probably be regretting that later. But for now, I'm gonna yeet those Widow's Wine grenades away. I don't think you really need the generators on to go inside of the crazy place. If only that the Panzer just fell on round 5, which would be the most easiest Panzer that you could ever face. Is this like a whole almost round of 5?
Nothing you can do to stop my advance.
I'm kind of glad that was a Carpenter instead of a nuke, because that nuke would have freaking screwed me over. Guaranteed this game's probably listening to me anyways. Like, hey, guess what? You wanted a nuke? Here you go. Sometimes this game does listen. It's like, oh, hey, you needed a max ammo? Here you go. And by the way, yes, I enjoy using keyboard and mouse on zombies. It's just really fucking difficult. Like, extremely difficult to actually get used to. Alright, that's another thing I need to do is to, God forbid, the people that are on, the people that are on the Forza group that I'm on, they just don't understand. Which I gotta bust open the picture for this, because I still can never get this, this staff code memorized, because it's just way too much to look at. I never really wanted to draw these things out like how some other people did. I know of some people that drew the drew the iStaff code. I since I'm not really an artist, I can't, and I know that the staff codes are not that hard to draw, but I want them to actually look decent enough to actually read, instead of look like fucking chicken scratch. You know? I mean, think about it. So I find it upsetting that like all these previous games like Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4, stuff like that, like the decent games for zombies don't get cross-platform, but the newer ones do, and they probably don't even have Origins or anything in it. Which I wouldn't mind to see Origins and shit come back in Cold War. And I have a really good valid point why. Crossplay and the fact of the new generation consoles. That's why I think that they should bring Origins and Kino and all that back. You can in between of open the maps up or keep them the same size. Because you're gonna see an outcry for like these, like because since it, like all these maps weren't really cross-playable, and since that cross-play is now a thing with zombies, why not just throw in Origins, Kino, all the maps again, even the ones from like Black Ops 3 even. Which I know that that's going a little bit too far, even up to Black Ops 3 to Black Ops 4, and crossplay it. And I'm sorry to say it, I know that some zombies people love it, and some people like, but this is just getting too old.
What have we achieved?
But like, in my opinion, I think that would really help out a lot.
Is riddle of some
Hello, Mr. Zombie, I'm sorry that I hurt your feelings. But, you know, I understand that it won't happen, but in my opinion, it could really, really do Treyarch good if they did do that. Thank God that the DLCs all this year are going to be free because, you know, fucking microtransactions has their ass set for another 30 years. Because their revenue on that shit is still ridiculous to this day, and people complain about microtransactions, and yet they're over there probably buying the shit. But you know, it's just the sad thing is that I'm over here, and I mean, I'm sorry to say it, even I'm a sucker for it. But like, but the people really don't have that much room to really talk. That if like, you know, and plus having remakes and remasters for some certain maps like Origins and Mob of the, like an actual Mob of the Dead remake or remaster on the next generation consoles and even including PC would actually be fantastic, because I already pre-ordered Cold War already. Am I happy about my choices? Probably not the best of choices, but you know. And well, I'm going to also build a shield real quick. That's what I'm doing, just in case if anybody was wondering. But I just see if they do. I mean, the first map that they're doing is Nocturne Totem. Are they going to go to Varrock next and just do the whole entire storyline from Noct to Varrock and all the way through? And I understand that like Nolan North and all the original 4 characters are not coming back, but if they do a spin-off to the old original 4, then I wouldn't mind to see it. Did I miss one, or am I just being dumb?
I fear I will be easy prey in this deep mud.
Did I get the last one, or did I just completely miss it? I'm confused, because I swear I went over there and got it. Or did I just go over there and grab the zombie shield and didn't even do anything about the rest?
Show caution
Yep, that's what I think I
to
did.
the robot's path.
Oh yeah, that's right, this isn't upgraded, so I don't have the knife effect on it. I remember the Easter egg for 5, or classified I should say, is to sit in a corner right beside the shield and just use your shield and you can get it done. Well, I did that with Origins, but with the staff,
The consequence.
it works the same exact way.
We cannot allow them to take area.
But like, if you're really thinking about it, I wouldn't mind to see like the old maps come back in any way, even including with the original characters and all that. So that's kind of what I'm hoping, which I know Treyarch ain't gonna do it, but I hope they do. Because I understand that these maps have already been, like it was done in Black Ops 2, and then Black Ops 3 remastered it.
Repel the monsters.
And like, if you really think about it, Nocturne Toten's been done 4 times. Nocturne Toten has been done like 4 times. World at War, Black Ops 1, actually more than that. Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, probably referenced in Black Ops 4. And then coming back as a full map in Black Ops 3, but it open and expanded. And you know, it's funny that that everybody's still finding the fact of Nocturne Toten, like, in Poland a bad thing, and I'm like, now we understand, like, and I'm just like, it's actually pretty cool that they're actually giving it out, that the location has actually been revealed.
My efforts have yielded us a powerful shield.
There's a lot of good areas that you can literally sit at. I did Generator 4 to see it. It's a good spot. Buy it right back there at Chug. Just sit there and do nothing and just spam the shit out of the ice stuff and then you're done. I'm not going to go do anything until after I get done with all the generators because I want to get majority of them on. I mean, because the reason why is because of getting a little bit of extra points and also just getting Pack-a-Punch open so I can go ahead and Pack-a-Punch my MG08. Honestly, that was a lucky hit. I could do the Easter egg, but I just can't do it on solo for some reason. I've done it before on the Xbox at a low level, but yet over here as a Prestige 8 or anything like that, or even a Prestige 600 and something, I can't do it. I just don't know if there's a difference between ranks or something like that that they decide to do. I actually just realized I could do like a double whammy here, actually. Which is actually pretty funny that I just thought about this. Go down over here, shoot the orb, go over to generator 6, turn that on, and then come back and... Nah, I mean, I didn't really think about that. Am I tired? Yes. Am I actually kind of stupid for starting this? Yes. But do I also want to know if she's actually willing enough to come over? Yes.
What is advantage to control of all machines?
Another reward that I'm never going to use. You know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I'm gonna say this, but I also have the most weirdest thing that she's gonna probably be like that she can't do it at all. Damn it, man.
Explain the purpose of this object, German. This weapon now belongs to Russia.
Also, for anybody who decides to follow or subscribe to my YouTube and my Twitch, you guys are gonna find out real quick that I do get really boring quick. I love the fact that they could even animate the fingers. They could never animate the fingers, but yet they can animate every damn thing else. So you're telling me that the Annihilator shoots out 2 bolts of fucking explosions, but yet it dies off by the rounds of like 50 or so? Somebody needs to be explaining to me where the logic comes from on this thing. Which, if you kind of think about it, I understand that they're kind of like trying to make a gun that's not like infinite damage. Eye staff. But this gun, I think, in my opinion, should be like infinite damage. Plus, Origins shouldn't really have it. Should have the Ragnaroks, in my opinion. Make it more like the DE and make it extremely weird. There it is.
With greater strength, we will crush our enemies.
I mean, what now do I do? Just sit in my spot? I think so.
You have to help me. Please. There is a way to open the gateway. My father was so close. He said, you have to follow the steps.
These steps you speak of, do you remember them? I am Nikolai
God, I'm stupid. That's the big question. That right there. Hey, it's the
What
big
does
man.
the siren signify, Shepard?
See, that's the problem is the hotel part. Or anything like that. We don't have that type of money of doing that either. I'm pretty much buying the whole entire ticket to her getting here. She has a point. Like, we're spending the big amount of money to get her here. Because it's hard enough as it is. Hold on, I gotta end stream. I have to. I'm gonna Google this